Whoop. Cables. Get out of my way, cables. Hey guys, what's up? How's everybody doing? All well today? Hope everybody is fabulous as always. It is episode 5, I believe, of our bonus episodes here on Next Order. 160 prosperity, so we're doing not too bad. We're getting there, maybe a little bit slower than I would have liked, but realistically we have been jamming a lot of fights into these bonus eps, so I actually think we're making as good a progress as we can anyway. Our partners here, McDuff and McRuff, obviously, age 16, so we've got plenty of time left with these guys. I think today we're going to be kicking things off by heading along to Bonnie Resort. We're going into we're going to head along to Bonnie Resort and we're going to bang into yet another Royal Knight, I believe. That's going to be our first fight of the day. And then moving on from there, we're going to try and find some other Royal Knights dotted around the map. We might... depending on how much time we have, we might even start banging into our first ever 7 Deadly Sins Digimon and taking a couple of those fights as well. So we've got a lot lined up. Hope you guys are excited. I think it's about time that we started this episode properly. Here we go. Alright guys, welcome back. As I said a minute ago, we are starting things off in Bonnie Resort today. We have not but one, but two Holy Digimon to fight against, two of the Royal Knights. Holy Knights, Royal Knights, I think it's Royal Knights, but sometimes I call them Holy Knights. It tends to interchange. I think they themselves often refer to themselves as like Holy and Royal Knights together, so I'm not sure, but regardless, we have one up ahead, and I think that this Mega Digimon that we're about to fight against should be a little bit familiar to any of you guys who have been watching the entire series. The really nice thing that I like about these kind of special spawns in the post game is that often, just like during a normal game I guess, is that it clears out the area, so there is no random spawns. For the first time ever, we've been able to walk in through the gates of the Pinkstone grounds here and not be ambushed by a clusterfuck of like metal, whatever they are. Is it just regular Greymon? I think blue. But anyways, we've got CrusaderMon here. We're going to chit chat to her in just a little second. I'm going to move my webcam, but first I do want to quickly grab some of these resources. Still in pursuit of that that coveted fucking rare Digileon war, but anyways, let's talk to CrusaderMon. It struck me just on the way up the hill, guys, there was a couple of things I wanted to do. I wanted to change up our movesets for this episode, just to add a bit of variety, see if we couldn't make our guys a little bit better, because I feel like, honestly, their stats are good, but their abilities and their speed inside the battles have been a bit lackluster. Now, obviously, we have been going up a direct incline in terms of difficulty, so obviously the fights are going to get harder, and our guys are going to seem a little bit slower, but still, I would like them to kind of perform better. I think we could tweak some stuff later on to make them do that, and yeah. Also, I thought about before I came here, I was supposed to stop in at the item shop and re-pick up some of our items that we've been utilising a lot in the last few episodes. A lot of recoveries being burned, a lot of medium MPs being used, and even just our stat buffs like our attack and defence buff items that we keep using as well for all these fights. CrusaderMon is only level 57, and I know I say only level 57, but honestly, we should be able to handle her. This is the first time that I've played this game today, so if I'm a little bit sluggish on the buttons, then forgive me. I might be a little bit slower than normal, but anyways. I don't think CrusaderMon has a lot of abilities that should catch us off balance. She's obviously going to use Spiral Masquerade, which is her limit break every now and then, and that's going to hurt a little bit if I don't get the block off in time, but any of these kind of slow machine moves, we should be able to block these in like no time at all, and it should be fine. So all I can really do here is, not to sound like a broken record, but my main goal is just to keep an eye on the order commands and try and time these a little bit better so that we can obviously get through this fight quicker and get on to our harder fights later on in the episode. Because honestly, what you're seeing right now, there isn't too... That is a limit break right there, so if we catch that in time. All that you're seeing in these kind of battles, it's pretty much the same. I do think that... What I mean by that, I should elaborate. Basically, when these fights start, everything that you guys are seeing right now, all the moves that CrusaderMon has used on us so far, she doesn't really change those up as the fight goes on further and further. She's just going to keep going. But what I do think that happens and I can't prove this, I have no evidence of this, but I'm pretty sure is when you get these Digimon, these boss Digimon down below half HP, I'm pretty sure the rate at which they use their limit breaks speeds up. Now again, no evidence of that, it just seems like, based on my experience, when you get these boss fights down below half HP, you do tend to see them just spamming their limit breaks over and over. I mean, I think this is one here. I'm going to tell Seraphimon to defend again, and hopefully we can get through this without too much difficulty. You guys can let me know, give me some feedback about these the post-game episodes, guys. I'm always reading the comments, always listening to what you guys have to say, and now that we are kind of caught back up to the live uploads, so I can check your guys' feedback in real time and kind of react to them. I want you guys to tell me when I'm fighting these difficult boss battles, like these kind of post-game ones, I want you to let me know if you think that you want me to cut some of the fights out. So for example, I'll explain, not actually cut the entire fight out, right? What I mean is, would you guys prefer me to kind of like cut out like 2 or 3 minutes in the middle of each fight to kind of make the episode a bit more enjoyable, or do you guys want to see the completely unabridged, uncut entirety of every single fight? Because to me, when I'm watching it back, obviously I've already played at this point, so maybe it's I'm a bit biased, okay? You guys can again give me your thoughts and feelings, but I always want to try and keep the episode as smooth. And if we're in a bit of one of these kind of grind fights for like 10 minutes, I don't know, I mean, I don't know. You guys can let me know. Let me know if he's like that, or if he's want me to try and trim the fights a little bit to make the episode a little bit better. All that I would do is probably end up making like a 50-minute episode become like a 40-minute episode by like taking little snippets out here and there and try and make things a little bit more streamlined. But again, it's up to you guys. If it was me personally, normally I want to watch YouTubers do the full fights, but at the same time, I don't know. As I said, once you start these battles, the dynamic of the fight doesn't normally change, other than the increased spam and limit breaks. I don't know. Let me know. Bit of a ramble there, but anyways, we get through CrusaderMon. She gives us 16,500 bits, which is not bad. We pick up a nice set of statistics across our power points, and for the most part, yeah, that's it. CrusaderMon down. Now I see. And now I see it. Indeed, what I felt from your power was unmistakably justice. I also felt your bond with the Digimon of this world. Please continue to protect the peace of this world. When the time is right, you can count on my power. So CrusaderMon, crusading for justice. That is her equipped, or I guess acquired for the city. So that's pretty cool. I don't know how many we've beat Magnamon so far, and now we've beat CrusaderMon. So we're getting there slowly but surely, guys. We haven't seen a lot of these kind of tough fights just now, but I think things will spice up as we go. Now, I don't know, yeah, I don't think we're going to dodge this fight properly, but what I'm trying to do here, guys, is before I leave this area, I want to quickly go up to the back of the Pinkstone house here and just grab some of the resources that are in this place, because honestly, the Pinkstone house is one of the most difficult areas to get to in the game because of where it is located in terms of the Birdra transport. So if we use the sender, it only takes us to the very bottom of Bonnie Resort in the graveyard, or the kind of middle starting regular entrance. And so to get to the Pinkstone house, we have to walk all the way up here. So whenever I get the chance, I'm going to grab these resources. Now, luckily that fight went a lot smoother than the first time we came into this place. But yeah, what do we actually get here, now that I think about it? 1 metal. We get 1 black Digizoid. Okay, and the rest is all pretty trash. We picked up a lot of Digisilver and Digigold from Mod Cape back in the day. So really the only good thing we could have harvested there was the gold item in the middle. So yeah, I'm not particularly thrilled about that. There are no secret ingredients stashed away in the corners. So I think we can just peace out. Let's head back to the city. We're gonna... Oh, I forgot we had the rotten melon. Has the greatest taste and will extend life. Very, very exciting. Alright, we need to stash a lot of this stuff in the bank. I'm in the ingredients section, so that's not going to help me. Autopilot, boom. We can maybe even talk to Beelzemon outside next to Birdramon and pick up some autopilots as well, because those are running a bit dry. Wolfie, you're back. CrusaderMon's here, and they have went to the space-time transporter. Cool. Prosperity up to 162. Cool beans. Now, as I said, we don't have to worry about these megas passing away, and I know a lot of you guys will be looking forward to a fresh set of Digimon. In all honesty, because obviously once the episodes pass and you see, you know, the same things over and over, you kind of want a bit of a change. You're not what I want to speak to right now. I want to talk to Beelzemon, if that's okay. So you guys might be wanting fresh megas, fresh Digivolution stuff, but honestly, it's so much effort to raise these guys back from scratch. So although we're going to have to do that for Bancho Leomon and the Darkdramon quest, then I'm not really super excited to be going through another grind fest, because although it is part of the game and sometimes I do enjoy the grind, once you've done it a few times and towards the end of the series you get a bit, you know, not burnt out, because that's not the word, it's just a bit, well, this again, you know, fighting a Numamon like 30 times and then fighting Garurumon 30 times, it gets a bit much. 30 times is obviously an over exaggeration, but you get what I'm selling you guys. Alright, did you get to see the crops? We do actually have stuff to pick up, which is great. I'm going to quickly check the builder, guys, and then I'm going to quickly deposit stuff in the warehouse, but I'll be right back. Alright guys, now that we've tidied up some of that shit, the restaurant is our upgrade from yesterday. I needed to do a quick memory jog because I'm a dumbass, but yeah, you guys will probably remember that. That has still got a little while left, so we can't really do anything with that just for the time being. So what we're going to do is actually dive into our next fight. It is still evening time, but we're going to go to the Infinite Cauldron Hinterland, which is now a Beelzemon place that we can travel to, and we're going to do that shit. Let's see who we're going to be fighting up against today. Now, we have had a quick peek around here, so none of this stuff will be of any surprise to you guys, but we will be fighting against some of these guys tangoing. Now, up ahead here we have Imperialdramon in his dragon form. We're not going to be fighting Imperialdramon right now, because Imperialdramon, yeah, well, we'll leave Imperialdramon for another time. You guys will get to see him in all his glory, but yeah. Imperialdramon looks like, you know, like he could be a regular kind of normalish fight, and for the most part he is. But Imperialdramon throws a bit of spice at you, we'll say that much, and we'll keep that for another time. Dynasmon, on the other hand, will be perfect for us in our current state. Now, I don't know if we have EXE available to us, guys. I can't remember if we used it yesterday, but I think we should be able to tangle with Dynasmon without EXE. So I missed what he said there, but honestly, it's normally the same jazz as always. He's a Royal Knight, he feels powerful, he wants to make sure that we are doing our job correctly and that we are powerful enough to protect the world, as we should be doing, according to him, and all of his peers, I guess. You've done me a great service in accepting my request, and here we go. I'm going to dance with him. I'm going to do the dance. Now, Dynasmon, unlike CrusaderMon, I will be chucking some more powerful kind of boosters at us, so we'll be using some of these utility boosts, making our fight go as smoothly as possible. Just give ourselves a little bit more of an edge, but for the most part, Dynasmon, level 60, slightly more powerful than the other Digimon that we fought against in like the main story, and obviously Armageddon, but still not too difficult for us to be really struggling against, I don't think. That ice move that you guys are seeing right there, if you caught that by Seraphmon, that looks like a limit break, and I think he's actually gone for Seraphmon, so I'm just going to hope that he is. Got Wyvern's Breath here. Nice. Whenever I see Wyvern, I just think of The Witcher 3, because obviously you're killing dragons and all that shit in that game, but yeah. I think this guy can actually, now that I think about it, I'm not sure, I could be wrong, but I think this guy can actually teach us Shining Nova, which I've talked about in great deal to you guys, because it is like a coveted move, if you like. It is one of these really, really hard to acquire abilities, and obviously only so many Digimon in the game can teach it. Now, Dynasmon, you know, being all white and holy and noble and all that shit, he is obviously one of the dudes that should be able realistically to teach us it. Now, in amongst the clusterfuck that we have going on, like on screen, it's quite difficult to see specific moves, and that maybe he hasn't actually used it on us, but we'll keep an eye out, see if we see anything that we've never seen before, because I think this guy obviously does have some holy moves, and if he could teach us Shining Nova, then that would be phenomenal. See this here? Is that that's a limit break? All right. Shit, I'm floating my hands about the screen when honestly they should be on the defend button. So sorry about that, Seraphmon, buddy. We are sitting on top of our limit break here, and I am aware of that, guys. I'm just waiting to see if we can see some more abilities from this guy before we actually go for, like, we go in for the kill, right? I'm not wasting time, I'm not trying to waste resources or anything like that. Plus, he does have this kind of permanent defensive buff on him, and if that was to disappear, then that would be a great time for us to pull the trigger. He goes ahead and hits us again with his limit break, which is honestly kind of horseshit, but, you know, there's nothing we can fucking do about it. Seraphmon, unfortunately, takes 2 of these ultimates in the face, which is completely my bad. This right there, guys, you see that? I don't know if that's Shining Nova or not, but regardless, I don't think he does anything better than that, so we're just going to go ahead and hit him with a wombo. We do land the crit just before, so maybe we can get a limit break combo on him. How filthy would that be? Is that even possible? So while he's spinning through the air, we obviously time our limit break. I don't know if that does extra damage or not, but that would be so badass. We pick up really, really good stats yet again. I mean, it's pretty much a trend at this point. 33 grand from this guy, so putting him on the scale of the other Holy Knights and who we've fought so far. So like we just fought against CrusaderMon. She gave us like, what was it, 26 grand? Something like that, 16 grand? I can't remember, but 33 grand from this guy. So he is obviously a little bit ranked higher. She was 57, I think, and he was 60. So yeah, we don't pick up any moves from him. So maybe that wasn't, I don't know. It could have been Holy Nova and we just didn't get the move. But I should have researched these things beforehand. But honestly, it's not a big deal. Nor is it the devotion I pledged to King Drazo I see, this is what they call a bond. What a fascinating relationship. I will continue to watch over this bond of yours. Sounds kind of creepy, dude, but honestly, we'd love to have Dynasmon back in the city, because he is an absolute lad. And yeah, we're going to move onwards and upwards. Now, the next fight that we have, not to kind of jump onto the next part of the itinerary immediately, but obviously the next fight we're going to do is Angwinmon, just up ahead. Now, Angwinmon is, you know, I don't know, I feel like his position, his location inside the game, so this point of Infinite Cauldron, I feel like it's kind of back to front with some of the other Digimon, because Angwinmon here is an ultimate Digimon. He is very, very strong, don't get me wrong, but I feel like in terms of Dynasmon and CrusaderMon, he's not as strong, I feel, but I could be wrong. We'll find out. Maybe he'll absolutely destroy us, but I feel like because he's given the final spot of Infinite Cauldron, you know, this last area, you would assume that he is very, very, very powerful, or they would at least save this area for the strongest Digimon that you can fight against right now, right? But honestly, I don't know if that's necessarily the case. Here he is, a human. Wait, there are two with you. A tamer? What a rare meeting. I thought that said what a rare meme. Jeez, I spent too much time on the internet talking to my silly friends. What a rare meeting. By all means, I'd like to request a match with you. Oh, I still haven't said my name. It's Angwinmon. In fact, now that I think about this, somebody gave me a comment once that told me I was pronouncing Angwinmon's name wrong. So maybe it's Agwinmon. I apologise, guys. I'm not really up to the tippy top kind of knowledge of these kind of things. So I apologise if I get some of these names iffy, but whatever. Here we go. Angwinmon, Agwinmon, we're going to put him in his place regardless and hopefully get through this. Now, I'm not going to use our really, really good utility plugins this time. I'm just going to use our regular ones and hopefully we can get through this. Now, he is level 57, so a couple of levels down from Dynasmon, and obviously he is an ultimate, as we mentioned a minute ago. So I'm hoping that we should get through this fight without too much problems. And then maybe after this fight we can actually take a pit stop, take a knee, and just maybe have a look at some of our abilities, because I do feel like we should be changing these up and trying to make our guys a little bit stronger. Some of these ice moves, as I keep saying, I keep picking on those, and it's not like I have anything against them. That is a limit break, my friend. And I think he might be going for Seraphmon, but Phoenixmon's in the way, so I'm not sure who he's going for. I'll tell Phoenixmon to defend, because she's in the front. It is Seraphimon, and it doesn't matter that Phoenixmon blocks. It goes right through and completely saps him in the background. So Seraphimon's hating life, but if I keep an eye on this Magma Bomb, this is coming from Phoenixmon. I don't actually have enough order points to be able to cash it in, but anyways, if we give ourselves a little moment here, this Magma Bomb I should be able to land, and now we can do our EXE. In fact, what I'm going to do is, just before we do that, I'm going to throw a Super Recovery just at Seraphimon here. Make sure that we are not in a bad spot for this fight ending, and I think we should have defeated this guy. His defense buff has run out, if he had one. I think he did. We're going to hit him with a Wombo and tell this guy to, yeah, take a little break. Again, guys, the stats kind of tell a story themselves, right? So we don't, sorry about that, they don't give us like max stats for this guy. We get no MP for McDuff, and he gives us a slightly reduced amount of wisdom for both our guys as well. So 11k we'll take as well, but Angwinmon shouldn't be that too difficult if you're playing along the game with me. He should be quite an easy guy to pick off at this stage. I see how exceptional. I mean, your partners are so strong, but that's not all. The most amazing thing is the unity between Digimon and Tamer. It's like your partners can read your mind. I mean, yeah, our mind and the controller that we have in our hands, feeding them commands. But no, obviously, as with everybody else, Angwinmon's going to sell us the narrative that obviously our bond between us and our Digimon is absolutely fantastic and all that good stuff. So that's pretty sweet. Our bond between us and our Digimon is actually 100, so they're not even lying. That's pretty fucking legit. Let's take an autopilot back to the city, and I think we will be moving on to, let me see, I made a little list here just to keep myself on track, because there is a lot of guys stashed about. We could maybe even talk to Bottomon here and see if he can give us any ideas. So I think that was Angwinmon's went to the Colosseum, Dynasmon is here, and he's went to the Space-Time Transporter as well. Prosperity is now up to 166. Alright, cool. Now Bottomon, are you going to tell us about any new Digis? Obviously I have my own ones that I want to go and fight, but maybe he can give us a bit of a clue as to some of these Digimon we could go and track down. Bancho Leomon, yeah, Dragon, yeah, we can't do with that right now, Bottomon. You're going to need to put that one on the back burner for now, buddy. A deadly Digimon has appeared in the captain's cabin. That is obviously Beelzemon. Listen up, a devilish Digimon has appeared in Bonnie Resort and it's brought company. Now, this has nothing to do with Venom My Lotusmon, and we were just in Bonnie Resort to fight CrusaderMon, and there was no one in the Pinkstone house. So, somewhere in Bonnie Resort, there is what looks like a squadron of devilish Digimon. Very exciting. We'll look at that very, very soon. When the grade of the city building increases, bloody blah. Alright, good stuff. Cool. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to take a quick moment. I'm going to head along to the store, and I'm going to buy some stuff, and then I think we are going to be heading to the server desert, and I think it is about high time we fought against Leopardmon. So I will see you guys in a bit. Alright dudes, it is a very, very dark and dingy time of the desert right now. It is 9 PM and I've decided to travel to the hinterlands part of the desert. Stopped in at the shop, and one thing I will quickly show you guys really quickly is that I didn't realise this before, and I'm sorry if I missed this, but we can actually, before I had been buying utility plugins and utility plugin S, these two, but we also actually have access to utility plugin X, which massively increases attack and defense. I don't think I've had any of those before, so we have some now, and that's going to kind of help us through these kind of parts. But one other thing I thought we could do right now, guys, is also, just before we fight against Leopardmon, who is just chilling up there in the rock, I might add, I want to actually do one of these silly toilet quests. Now, I don't know how thrilled you guys are about this, but I thought, you know what we'll do is we'll try and filter these in slowly through the game and through our post-game episodes, so that we don't have to do them in a big oneer. Because honestly, if I had to run around and fight like 8 battles against Numemon in between all the, or like in one sitting, I'd probably lose my mind. So we're going to investigate this toilet in a little minute, try and do the Numemon fight that's probably waiting for us here. But first, let's actually have a look at our partner attack skills. So here we go. McDuff, let's see. In here, we still don't have the ultimate holy move, but I'm really hoping that we can pick that up this episode against Leopardmon, so that'd be awesome. I do want to try and give these guys a bit of a buff in terms of like their speed, so that they attack a little bit quicker. So maybe what I should do is probably start off with Phoenixmon, because she does have wing shoes on at the moment, but honestly, I think we could probably change this up, because I don't think wing shoes is necessarily good enough. Let's see. What I think we'll do is we'll put on Burning Heart from Phoenixmon, so that is a much more powerful attack buffing ability. And then across here, I think what we will also do is put on maybe Thunderstorm for the stuns, the debuff stuns, which would be pretty insane. If we could drop those here and there, that'd be great. Now, Magma Bomb is actually a fantastic ability, because it has that ability to kind of knock the enemy Digimon on their ass. So we'll equip Magma Bomb, and then on top of that, I think for the time being, do we want Hurricane? Flamestorm does so much more damage. It costs a little bit extra MP. Could also put on Judgment. Nah, I think we just have to go all out and go in for Flamestorm, guys. It just makes sense. So Phoenixmon is, McGruff is going to go full kind of try hard right now. She's got a lot of damage. Let's move across to McDuff. So obviously here, Tailwind would be a much better upgrade this time. Unfortunately, if I do that, we miss out on Muscle Charge, which has the ability to add defense stuff. Now, Saint Shield here, I was kind of shit-talking in the past, guys, because I thought, oh, Saint Shield isn't a, an attribute buffing ability. It has no extra ability to, like, boost our defense or anything, but it absolutely does. I mean, what I never noticed before is if you actually have a look at all the abilities that have, all the skills that have the ability to buff our stats, they all have these kind of upwards arrows. So I never noticed this before, but Wing Shoes has it. Muscle Charge has it, obviously Tailwind, Burning Heart, all these abilities have these up arrows in the top right corner, and obviously Saint Shield does as well. So what I think I'll do is to kind of balance Seraphimon out here, I'm going to put on Tailwind, and then I'm going to put on Saint Shield. Then after this, I'm probably going to put on Fighting Aura needs to be here, so on top of that, I think we'll just put on Judgment, and then Fighting Aura, and hopefully eventually when we do pick up our ability to buff our, or when we pick up Shining Nova, we can put that on at the end, and then the buffs combined with Shining Nova should be pretty clean. So bit of a conversation about movesets and stuff there, guys. I don't know how important it's going to be in the long run, but I don't know. We're going to try this out, see how it works in comparison to what we've had before in all the past fights that we've been doing, and hopefully this will make our guys a little bit stronger. Who knows, they might end up tearing through mana at a breakneck speed, and that'll be something we'll have to deal with, but who cares. Anyways, looks like we've got Morrigal, the surgeon here. Egad, 'tis you, the one who saved the world. Dude, he's talking like he's straight out of a Shakespeare play right now. For someone who smells of organic vintage Digimons to come here, it can only mean one thing. Numephilus has fallen. Now you have defeated Numephilus, I suppose you intend to challenge me. So this time, obviously, we don't have Numemon waiting for us at the toilet. We have what looks like Jeramon. Meaning you are against doing your business outside. I do not loathe you. In fact, I have the greatest respect. However, I'm a warrior, and you understand that I must do what I can for the sake of the realm of outdoor poop. Sure, dude. I just came to talk, we say, but obviously they're not going to listen to us. Let's dive into our Jijimon fight. Now, it looks like we're up against 4 guys here. 4 Jijimon? Yep. Let's see. These guys are level 59, 61, 59, and something else in here. Hopefully, we will be able to mash our way through this fight and hopefully move on to the main agenda, which is obviously our big dog, Leopardmon, up in the cliffside. So far, it looks like we're doing so much damage. The AoE on the stuns on Thunderstorm is absolutely insane, as we're seeing right now, which is very, very nice. Pretty cool. So far, we're seeing like immediate buffs from that, which is nice. Combined with this fight seems to be going a lot easier than the last fight did. That's ultimate, I believe. So we're going to defend that. Looks like the strongest Jijimon can actually throw his limit break at us, which is Hyper Smell. Not a very pleasant limit break to see. The colours there were a bit grim, but then what can we expect at this point? I think we're almost done, which is really good. I'm so glad that this fight went a lot smoother than, the last time we fought against this kind of quest line, because honestly, I thought every single one, the fights were going to take us like 10 minutes, and honestly, hanging about outside toilets at this stage does not feel good. I mean, we're slotting the Holy Knight battles in amongst, hopefully, our 7 Deadly Singe Demon Lords Digimon, so to fight these guys in between, it seems a bit random, I know, but we're just going to get through it. It's something we have to do at this point, so yeah. Hopefully there is a tasty reward at the end of it from Jijimon, but honestly, I wouldn't get your hopes up. That looks like a limit break. I think it's going to Seraphimon. Yep, caught it just in time there. That's pretty good. So yeah, I don't know. I can't imagine that Jijimon turns around at the end of this and is like, here's 10 of every single material in the game, you know, like a really good reward. Here's a set of running shoes. Here is like, I don't know, a set of Digivolution stones or a new bit of training. I don't think that's going to happen, guys. And if we're expecting that, then I think we're a bit naive. But anyways, Jijimon down, awesome. Get through this quest. We pick up 19k, which is quite good in helping us replenish some of our funds. Our bits have been kind of plummeting every time we go into the store and buy like 50 super recoveries. But we will be able to get some of our money back soon because we threw a lot of our funds, almost half I think, into the stock market. So I'm hoping that we can cash back out on that very, very soon. But for the time being, we might end up having to keep an eye on our funds. In the depths of Logic Volcano, you will find the Flamelands, which hold something even I know not about. The Sukamon leader, Poplang, guards something there. I hear possibly a fossil. All that the defeated have left to do is fade. Long live the realm of outdoor poop. Off he goes, straight down the lava, just like all the others. So ridiculous. I don't know. Somebody stood up in a Japanese boardroom and was like, right guys, Next Order, our game's looking good. We need some extra post-game stuff. We need a new Sukamon quest in which we flush Digimon down the toilet. Who knows? Let's see, we've got a Tamer mail here tipping us off. I think this is just I'm sorry, I keep going into the wrong menus today. X scenario, 7 remain, says Taomon. Looks like you've done with the server desert good work. And the next location is the Logic Volcano. Cool. So we will be heading to the Logic Volcano in a little while. I don't know if we'll be doing it this episode, but definitely next episode because there are Digimon that we need to tangle with there. But yeah, alright, Toilet Digimon down. I really, really wanted to fight against CrusaderMon during the day because honestly, this guy in his full glory looks fantastic in the kind of the regular daylight stuff. But I don't think we've got time. It's 9 o'clock, and so waiting for the time to pass is not gonna be something that we're gonna be doing. So I'm gonna throw in a save file here, guys. And the reason for that is because, as I said, if we don't get Holy Nova from this first fight, or Shining Nova, or whatever the fuck it's called, I want to be able to pick up from this guy because I don't know where else I can get it from in the game. The first time I played through this game and when I made the attack skills location guide, I got Shining Nova from Leopardmon. I didn't get it from anywhere else. So that's what we're going to do. Hopefully we can get it first time, but it is very unlikely based on when I fought this guy before. Very, very powerful Digimon, but I think we should be okay. We're just going to go ahead and see. We got our caution symbols coming up above and below the battle timers, or below the battle screen. So the game is kind of giving us a heads up that this guy's strong. So let's go ahead and use our Utility S plugins. I'm going to go halfway on this. And keep an eye out, guys, for Shining Nova. I'm pretty sure that is it right there. I think. I don't know. That didn't look particularly epic, but I think that's what it was. I'm just going to go ahead and see. I obviously don't want any of our dudes to die. That is a limit break, I think. Already? Wow, okay. So Extinction Wave gets used. A move I am very familiar with, having played Cyber Sleuth bonus content. The first Cyber Sleuth stuff. I'm just going to tell our guys to defend right now, because honestly we are absolutely kicking the shit out of CrusaderMon right now, and I want him to try and use some more abilities on us. Going to tell Seraphimon to defend, because I told him to defend, but it doesn't look like he's paying much attention. Phoenixmon goes ahead and stuns CrusaderMon. I don't know, guys. I was yapping about how this guy was an extremely powerful fight, but so far, the fact that we have to restrain ourselves is honestly kind of painful. He goes ahead and uses Extinction Wave on us again. Looks like this guy is a lot weaker than all of the other Royal Knights, which maybe makes sense in terms of the pecking order of the Royal Knights. I'm not sure. That right there, guys, I think, is that it? That must be Holy Nova. So that's what we've came to get. At least we know that when I replay this fight, if we do need to replay, then the fight should be too difficult, so we should be able to acquire our ability without too much difficulty. If we can get lucky, that'd be fantastic, but for the most part, we might have to do some loading here. Let me see. I will be, well, no, I guess we'll find out and see. Okay, so we didn't get it. What I'm going to do, guys, is we're going to talk to Leopardmon in just a little minute, but what I'm going to do is I am going to load up the game, I'm going to retry it, and I'm going to keep going until we get Shiny Nova. When we get that, we'll come back and find out what Leopardmon has to say. So I will be back in just a moment. Go Leopardmon, go, go baby leopard, Leopardmon teach me Shiny Nova. Now I once knew a guy whose name was Leopardmon, and he taught us Shiny Nova. Now guys, I think I know what we were doing wrong. I didn't do the Shining Nova shuffle, so yeah, I'm just going to do that now. Doing the Shining Nova shuffle this time, and yeah, that should be us. We should have it this time. Or is it the Shining Nova? Is it the Shining Nova shimmy? The Shining Nova shimmy, the Shining Nova shimmy. Give me the move, please. Let's go. Please, 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 please. I know he has the move, just please have mercy. Okay, we did it, boys. We got there in the end. Welcome back. Shiny Nova. That was, so it was 37, now it's 53, so a decent amount of time, like 16 minutes. Not bad, not the worst it's ever been, but fucking hell. Leopardmon was really holding out on us. We finally pick up Shiny Nova. Super, super pleased. That's definitely worth the effort, if you ask me. And you guys will see that in action very, very soon. We'll stick that on in just a minute. Alright, cool. Now that we've done that, we can finally find out what it is Leopardmon's got to say for himself. Dude, that was such a grind. Why couldn't you have just, you know... We could have just done like a knuckle bump after the fight. You could have just slipped us the details to the move, the key deets. Alright, you could have handed us that on a bit of paper. Could have saved us some time, but nah. It's alright, you wanted to make us earn it. I respect that, that's fine. How wonderful, Wolfie, I acknowledge you. Finally. Even Leopardmon's delighted for us. Surely you have what it takes to live alongside Digimon. We have that, and we also have Shiny Nova, bitch. Good help you. And for me to offer my assistance when next we meet, this power is at your command. Fantastic. So Leopardmon, again, guys, I kind of oversold Leopardmon and how hype he was going to be. I just assumed because of how tough he's been in previous games that he would be a little bit stronger than some of the other Digis that we fought against. For example, like CrusaderMon and stuff like that. But turns out he was a bit of a walkover. Now, obviously, we had to do a bit of effort to get his ability, but that's not really his fault. So, yeah. Jijimon, what's up? He's going to tell us all about our new guys. Leopardmon's here, and he's in the Dimension District with the Royal Knights. 168 on our prosperity as well. Awesome. Now, I don't think that it's time for our restaurant to be upgraded, but what we will find is in a couple of hours when these guys go to sleep, that should be enough of a time skip. So what we could do is, let's just feed these guys all we can just now. The stock market or anything like that isn't really in need of any special upgrades right now, guys. So there's not, or I'll take that. I'll take those words back and actually put them in a proper sentence that actually makes sense. The stock market obviously doesn't have upgrades on. The stock market doesn't have anything we can work with right now, and our builder, obviously, we're waiting on that to finish its upgrade cycle on the restaurant. So what I'm going to do just now is, rather than plough the fields, I think we could spend our time a little bit more wisely here. Aquamon, I'm going to give him 2 large recovery items. Make sure that our fields are ploughed. He's going to do that for us. Probably going to do it once more. And then what we're going to do is actually just go up to the gym and pass 2 hours before we can go to bed. And then we're going to do our next fight during the day. Because I think that we're going to be going to Mod Cape. And I hate going to Mod Cape Full stop. I don't hate going to Mud Cape. It's just not my favourite area, but there's only one thing worse than going to Mud Cape, and that's going to Mud Cape at night time when you can't see a fucking thing. So we're just gonna try and pass some time, make sure that we get into some daylight, and yeah, it should be add for a bit more of a nice atmosphere, a bit more warmth and whatnot. So here we go. I'm going to put these guys specifically on MP training, just because Phoenixmon in particular right now is absolutely ploughing through like her mana and her energy. So I'm just going to quickly top these guys up. It's not going to make a difference in all honesty, but if we can try and get these guys up to a stage where, you know, they have one extra move in their kit before they need to get an energy recovery or an MP recovery thrown at them, then it's just what we're going to do. Going to go to sleep here. As I said a minute ago, we're going to reset our day and all that. Apparently our partners are needing some praise, which is kind of cool. I don't think we have anything to gain from that, unfortunately, but still. Alright, it's nice to see that they're still communicating with us. And that will be us. I don't know if I'm going to end up grabbing the meat. We might end up just going straight to Mod Cape, guys, so that we can get our next fight in and all that good stuff. These guys are going to be a little bit pissy, because I don't think I have any more. I have one cheerful apple. We're going to have to give it to McDuff, because right now he is mega upset for some reason. And then I think we'll give these guys some, I guess, some well done meat. Why the fuck not? We'll do this twice. Alright, cool. Let's head along. We could have actually grabbed Koromon there, but honestly, Koromon's items right now are kind of ass. They honestly don't stick up much. I mean, he can give us medicine, he can give us autopilots, but other than that, the items he gives us are kind of shit. Now, I was hoping that our restaurant would have finished its upgrade by now, so I'm just gonna. Did I go to the set? Oh, who knows what's happening. I'm going to go into the builder and just quickly check on this upgrade. We are going along to Mod Cape, as I said, so the good news is about that is that I can pick up Digimon water. Maybe Zudamon might even have some for us. I found something. He did! Holy shit! Wow, dude! Fucking high five for that. Holy moly, I actually didn't think that was going to be a thing, but he actually did deliver, which is good. I'm going to just make him deliver real liquids again. And now, I think, once our upgrade is finished, we've got 7 minutes left on the restaurant, so that's 7 minutes IRL time, so we'll just go to Mod Cape and put those things on when we come back later. And yeah, for the most part we should be able to upgrade our fishing banks, and the reason I keep going on about that is because that will allow us to actually finish our fishing quest lines and all the stuff that we need to do for Gomamon, Mega Seedramon, Vikemon, all those guys. So cool beans. We are going to be just trudging through here very, very quickly, guys. I'm going to try and do it as quickly as possible. There isn't really anything exciting to see, but I will probably just keep you and chat with you for the sake of it. It might end up making the episode a little bit longer, but honestly, I don't give a fuck at this point. We have hundreds of hours of Digimon at this point, so hopefully a couple of minutes won't matter too much. We are going to, of course, be heading along and tangoing with Beelzemon, ladies and gentlemen, which is pretty exciting in itself. Beelzemon is obviously one of he's like a fan favourite, I think, in the Digimon community. I mean, it's pretty hard not to like Beelzemon. And so we're going to be dancing with this guy. He is going to be, I believe, I could be wrong on this, guys, but I'm pretty sure he is the first of the 7 Digilords that we will have fought against. You have heard me calling these guys a number of different names over the course of the post-game stuff. You know, like the 7 Deadly Sins, Digimon, the Demon Lords, whatever. They've got a whole bunch of names, but he is going to be the first of the 7 that we fight against. Very, very interesting, and hopefully he puts up a bit of a challenge for us. I'm going to grab this just on the off chance that we get more special water here. Okay, cool. And then we're going to pop through here. Now the good news is I think that even once we upgrade our next fishing bank and cash in on the Digileon water, we should be able to instantly upgrade our next one, I think, because we've been collecting a bunch of water and it's only been this hold up that stopped us from upgrading it further. But anyways, let's talk about that boring shit later on. Got Beelzemon here. Gonna chat to this guy. What's up, dude? Looking good. We do actually get to see him for a change. Phoenixmon is very conveniently positioned behind him. She's slapping him in the back of the head with her wing, which I don't know if that's a bit of an intimidation tactic or whatever. She's just trying to get him sight downwards for the fight, I guess. But anyways, here he is. What's he got to say? A tamer accompanied by 2 Digimon that saved this world. You must be Wolfie. Yeah, Wolfie and the YouTube crew. How's it going? You're looking good yourself, mate. I'm Beelzemon. They say I'm one of the 7 deadly Digimon, but I hate being in groups. Dude, sounds like a bit of a hipster, but no, I can kind of, you know, I did group work at uni, not particularly enjoyable. In fact, it's the complete opposite, but regardless. Doing what I want on my own like this just suits me fine. Sorry, just running my mouth here. Now, what I want is a bout with a warrior such as yourself. What do you say? Feel like a fight with me? We're obviously going to say that it's time for us to rumble with a big guy. And we're going to put ourselves to the test. Deadly Digimon. Let's see if their name holds up. Now against Beelzemon, I'm going to just use our regular utility plugin, I think, or methinks, and we're going to see how we get on now. So far, I mean, off the bat, level 60, Mega Digimon. Hits us like a truck with his first ability. Let's find out if that's a consistent pattern or if that was just a one-off. It's going to use Nightmare on us again. Now, obviously, the thing about this fight, guys, we get the stun off. That's perfect. The thing is about the Beelzemon fight, folks, is that obviously that is a... is that a limit break? I think that's a limit break. Yeah, it was. Let's check this out. Double impact. Alright, sick. Cool beans. Alright, Seraphimon tanks that. What I was trying to say was, this guy is obviously darkness type. He is one of the 7 deadly Digimon, right? He is evil. And because of that, well, we actually get put in a spot where that looked pretty grim, guys. He does extra damage to both our guys because we both have a holy type to both Phoenixmon and Seraphimon. Seraphimon obviously more. Now the good news about this matchup, that's another limit break, you son of a bitch. I think it's Seraphimon again, I can only guess. The good news is that we do extra damage to him as well when we hit him back, so these fights are going to be very volatile. Either this guy's going to slap us like a fucking truck, or we're going to slap him like a truck. It's going to be one of the two. So far he's been doing a lot of damage to us, but we've almost beat him. So that's just the trade-off at this point. If we could get to our limit break, that would be awesome, because honestly I would love to save as many super recoveries as I can, and honestly I also don't want to get caught off balance with any bullshit that this guy might throw at us. We're very, very close to our wombo. In fact, one more should give us it. Alright, okay, we don't even need it. I was going to say Seraphimon was confused there, so I couldn't insta-do it, unfortunately, but we get 14k from this guy, so he really doesn't pay us out that much. I guess in terms of the 7 deadly Digimon, he is... not particularly considered the strongest. I think he's probably down towards the lower end, which is a bit of a shame, honestly. Beelzemon in the lore obviously can go on to like his much stronger forms. We just fought him in his regular form, and for the most part in this game I think that's all we have to do at present. So yeah, that's maybe why he was a little bit weaker, but regardless, Beelzemon, very cool Digimon. I'm super glad that they put him in the game. And yeah, what's he got to say now? Hey, he says, hee hee, you're just as interesting as I'd imagined. I who fight alone and you who fight with 2 Digimon, we do things differently. See, when he says it like that, it sounds kind of unfair, but I mean, it was him that wanted to challenge us. Yet we seek the same strength. When's the last time I had such a satisfying bout? I thank you for accepting my request. Just like that, big guy joins the city. Awesome. I don't know if there's any particular resources that we need to harvest before we head back to the city, but I will grab this one here, just on the off chance that we get some red Digizoids, or black maybe? Okay, Digiquartz, never mind. Well, fuck that. Alright, cool beans. Let's head back. We're going to quickly nip up to the space-time transporter majiggery thing, and we're going to stop in there very, very quickly and see if we can't bump into any of these new guys that are floating around. Find out what our prosperity's up to now. Beelzemon... he's probably gone to the Dimension District, makes sense. And we are up to 170, which feels good, guys. Bit of a, again, this is a bit of a slow burner kind of thing, but these fights are pretty tough. And so it kind of makes sense that we can't just like rock up. But we have done quite well this episode. We've got quite a few recruits, which is pretty cool. Dimension District, do we have anybody floating about in here yet? I keep talking about it and it looks like we might actually have somebody to chat to. Yes. Alright, Beelzemon's chilling here at the side, so for the first time of all the Digis we've defeated recently, he actually does appear here. Now obviously not everybody we've defeated has came to the Dimension District, so yeah. Wolfie, this is where I live, says Beelzemon. I heard about the space-time transporter once hidden deep in this ground a long time ago. I wonder if it could have something to do with the demon world that we deadly Digimon lost. If it is, something nasty might come out of it. I have decided to stay here and monitor it just in case. I hope it turns out that I had nothing to worry about. I mean, dude, he's kind of putting the heebie-jeebies on us right now. To be fair, Devimon, do we have any new access routes available to us at this point? You came late as always. The Dimension Paths are newly stabilised, or so it seems. We can now go to Dimension T, that's what I'm saying. That thing took up residence right away. If you've got business, go have a look. So we do actually have an extra path now, guys. In total, we have MGTPEZ, and for the most part, I think that is us. Now, we have done one of these already. Don't know what one it is, and if you guys are wondering when we're going to wander into the Dimension Pass, we probably will be doing it pretty soonish. But I'm not entirely sure when that would be. I would love to do it in order to get the resources that we need in order to upgrade some of our buildings. Because obviously, as we saw when we did go in there, we were able to like really harvest some really good stuff. So yeah, we might do that at some point soon. I don't know if we're going to interlude it. We're going to, you know, like mix it in with our other stuff that we have to do. So for example, Sorry, I was put off by the fact the restaurant isn't upgraded. Yeah, so we're obviously just farming prosperity at this point and beating Digimon that are really powerful, but we could probably filter in some space-time stuff as well. Restaurant, you have 4 minutes left. I don't think we're going to get that upgrade on. We're going to have to wait and do that tomorrow, I think, folks. Do you have anything for us? 5 Digimithrils, I mean, sure. Cool. I should be paying attention a bit more to the builder, guys, and having a look at like the resources we actually need. I would love to upgrade the item shop, so we need Digidiamonds and Digizoids for that. Doesn't actually look like it would be too difficult, in all honesty. And Jijimon's house, we're actually really close to Jijimon's house. Holy shit, we only need Godwood for that. Alright, nice. Maybe I can actually see that fully upgraded, because that's something I've never done before. But anyways, obviously I would love to also put on our Digibanks, as I keep talking about, for our fishing. So I apologise, I know I keep fucking going on and on about that like a fucking yo-yo. But anyways, alright guys, we're just going to wrap things up for today. Our prosperity is up to 170, I believe he said, which is kind of cool. We defeated a bunch of... Let's see, we did CrusaderMon, into Dynasmon, into Angwinmon, into Leopardmon, into Beelzemon. So that was 5 pretty tough fights. We also did a part of our toilet quest as well with the Jeramon and stuff. We're now going to Logic Volcano in the next part of that, so that's probably what we'll be doing soon. And also pursuing some more of these deadly Digimon, because right now, the last 2 fights we did in this episode actually turned out to be the easiest. Beelzemon and Leopardmon were both pretty weak sauce, in all honesty, and we handled them without too much trouble at all. So yeah, all that and more coming up in our next part. I think we will also be keeping an eye on the stock market, as I keep saying over and over it as well, because we have so much money invested in that. I need to be earning that back soon, so that we can keep up this demand of really, really expensive super recoveries, which we keep churning through. Obviously these fights are so hard. We're using like, I don't know, at least 10 a fight sometimes, and yeah, that's all I think that we have planned. So thanks for watching, guys. Let me know all your thoughts and feelings on the episode as always, and I will see you very, very soon. And until then, take care.